In the uppermost parts of the Alaskan mountain ranges lived an old lady. Now, this old lady wasn't just an average person. This lady had an ancient necklace that allowed her to talk to owls. Her owl gave her powers to tell the future based only on colors coming from the lady's necklace. Colors only the owl could see. Her name was Azra. Down the mountain range, along a river, was a village. In this village were the people of Ayak tribe, a very advanced tribe ahead of everyone else, as if they knew exactly what to do in any scenario. In this village lived a young and curious boy named Jack. Everyone had jobs in this village, including the kids. Jack's job was to gather supplies from the mountain range. Jack began his weekly run to get some materials in the forest. On his way up the mountain, through the forest, he glanced towards the left and saw an owl staring back at him. Curious as he is, Jack went to slowly approach the owl to get a better look. But on his path towards it, a stick broke under his foot and caused the owl to fly further up the mountain. His curiosity began to grow as the owl made sure he was following him. As the mountain ran out of land and Jack came upon the top, he began to see the roof of a shelter. Jack began to walk slower towards the shelter like a wolf stalking his prey. He peered into the window of the shelter and saw an old lady in a rocking chair. Jack tried to walk closer, but the old lady turned her head and looked straight into his eyes and scared Jack, which caused him to tumble back down the mountain top until he got stopped by a tree. Frightened like he was, he ran back down towards the village to report what he saw to his father, the chief of the village. Jack finally arrived to his house and ran to tell his dad what he saw. Jack told his father everything, and his father was laughing at him. His father told him a special secret. He said, "The lady up there is actually a part of their village. In fact, she's the oldest member of their tribe. She's been here for generations and has a special power." His father told him that she tells the village the future, in order for the tribe to be prepared for anything and prosper above all others. This sparked Jack's curiosity even more. As the night fell, Jack began to head back up the mountain range to talk to the lady. After a while, Jack arrived at the top of the mountain. He came to the door and began to knock. Once, twice, 3 times he knocked. Jack's excitement began to melt like snow, as he thought the lady wasn't home. But after a few seconds, the door opened and a small old lady was there before him. She welcomed him in. After they introduced themselves, Jack asked her if what his father told him was true. And surprisingly, it was. But the old lady told Jack that she was ill, very ill. Jack asked her how much longer she was going to live, and the old lady told him she was leaving tonight. Her time has finally came. Jack asked her what would the tribe do without her, but she seemed not to be worried about that. The old lady told Jack about the colors and what they meant. Blue was an indication of ease, green was a sign of new opportunities, red was an image of war, and purple portrayed struggles. Jack was amazed. The old lady told him to remember that and tell the tribe about the colors. He wondered how would the tribe know about the colors in future if they couldn't talk to the owls. But the old lady told him to look in the sky when I am gone. Jack began his adventure back to the village. As the sun was rising, the village gathered as they knew the old lady had passed. Jack began to tell the village about the colors, and they had to look in the sky. The village waited and waited until one night something happened. Jack and the village looked into the sky and saw these beautiful lights towards the north. The sky was filled with blue and green streams. The minds of the tribe were filled with relief, and the village was left in awe as the northern lights were created.